everyone! Welcome back to another English lesson with me. Today, we are going to explore one of the most important areas of English grammar, the 5 forms of verbs. Verbs are the heartbeat of every sentence. They tell us what is happening, who is doing it, and when it is happening. But verbs don't stay in one shape. They change depending on the time, the subject, and the situation. Verbs do 3 main jobs in a sentence. They show action, they show a state, or they show an occurrence. And that's what gives every sentence its life and meaning. Imagine verbs like actors in a movie. They change costumes, expressions, and roles, but they are still the same actor. In the same way, every English verb has 5 special forms or costumes. Today, we're going to meet all 5. If you understand these 5 forms, you can understand any tense, any sentence, and any structure in English. So let's begin this beautiful journey step by step. Let's begin with the most important form of all, the base form. This is the form you see in the dictionary. The form that carries the true meaning of the verb without any endings or changes. You can think of it as the root or the core identity of the verb. Whenever we talk about actions in a simple, neutral way, we use the base form. For example, they play, we go, I eat. We also use this base form after the word to, like to read, to dance, to study. This is what we call the infinitive. And when we give instructions or orders, we still use the base form sit, stand, come, listen. It is the most natural and original form of the verb, and every other form grows from this one. Just like a tree grows from a seed, every other verb form grows from the base form. The third person singular form. This form is extremely important in English because it changes the grammar of the sentence. Whenever the subject is he, she, it, or any singular name like make, the teacher, the child, we must change the verb by adding s-es, or sometimes making a spelling change. Examples: he plays, she writes, it rains. This tiny change tells us that the subject is singular. It may look small, but missing this S is one of the most common mistakes in English, even for advanced learners. So think of this form as the verb wearing. A small accessory, a little S that shows the subject is singular. Without it, the sentence is not grammatically correct. With it, the sentence becomes perfectly accurate. The third form is the past form, the form that tells us something already happened. It shows finished actions, completed moments, and past events. Many verbs in English are regular, which means we simply add ed at the end. Walked, cleaned, played, brushed. But English is famous for irregular verbs, verbs that change completely. Went, sought, came, Note 8. These forms don't follow any rule. They simply need to be learned and practiced. This form is like a time machine. The moment we use the past form, the listener knows we are talking about the past, yesterday, last year, or even a moment ago. In storytelling, the past form is especially powerful. It helps bring life to events that already happened and makes the narrative clearer and smoother. The fourth form is the past participle, a form that appears in many important structures in English, especially when we want to show completion or experience. We use the past participle with has, have, and had to show that something is finished. She has gone. They have eaten. He had written. We also use it in the passive voice. The cake was baked. The work was done. Regular verbs are simple. They use the same form as the past tense. Cleaned, played, washed. But irregular verbs become creative. Eaten, written, taken, seen. The past participle is like the badge of completion. It shows that something is fully done, achieved, or experienced. That is why it is used so often to describe accomplishments, experience, and results. And now we meet the fifth form, the ing form, also known as the present participle. This form brings life and motion into our sentences. It shows that an action is happening right now, in progress, or continuous. We use it with am, is, Archie is dancing, was or were, they were studying. As a noun, swimming is good exercise. This form expresses action, energy, flow, and activity. It tells the audience that something is not finished. It's happening right now. Even when used as a noun, called a gerund, the ing form gives a feeling of movement. Reading helps us learn. Cooking is relaxing. Among all verb forms, the ing form is the one that adds rhythm and movement to your language. It makes your expressions more dynamic and real. So, my dear learners, these 5 forms are the foundation of every English sentence. They transform a verb into different shapes depending on meaning, time, subject, and function. The base form is the beginning. The third-person singular form adjusts to the subject. The past form travels into history. The past participle shows completion. The ing form shows movement and progress. Once you understand these forms, English grammar becomes clearer, easier, and more logical. These forms unlock all tenses, all sentence patterns, and all advanced structures. Master these 5 forms, and you master the heart of English. So if you enjoyed learning with me today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because we're just getting started on this exciting grammar journey together. See you in the next class. Bye for now.